Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. HOI4 the New Order, where we left off as Cheetah. We're dealing with Irkutsk, which we have finally done, and while we were doing that, the Divine Mandate, the Filth, has attacked us. So, you know, we're gonna destroy them. Punch the Leviathan. Huh. No render unto Tsars. Alright, whatever you say, buddy. You're gonna die. Alright? That's all that I have to say to you. Good. At least we got some new guns. Which is hella sick. Japanese shipment of guns not needed. Got free military factories. Huh. Do we get the MBTs? Do we need them? Well, I suppose we need some early fighters, early CAS, attack bombers, interceptors, and strategic bombers. There you go. We'll need all of that. Which is 65, so now it's time for more research over in here. There you go. Another troop dead. Good. And that should be the end of them, right? The gateway to Russia has been secured. That's cute, but not at all that important. There we go. And kill them off in here as well. I do wonder what they're doing. Sometimes. There we go. Something like this. Alright. Oh no, they didn't declare war to us, so that's good. Not yet. Yeah, I'd prefer an off-map civilian one. Not gonna lie. There we go, get in here. In here. Good. Something like this? Sure. Go on, buddy. Do what is needed. Move in as well. Just like that, up here. We've almost taken back all of our lands. Something like here. That good? That sounds good. To me. Oh, we got high support. Good. Let's invite them. Alright, there's no more folks that I can take at the moment. So for now, we just gotta relax. Just chill out, grab a cold one with the boys. Something like this maybe? Will that be enough? I don't know. Oh, we need more loot, yes. There we go, keep looting it. Get in here, it's kind of hard to see with the color. So that kind of sucks. There we go. That should be just fine. That should all be just fine. Yeah, I think they're yeah, pretty much on their last legs. Oh, they've united Central Siberia. Interesting. Western Russia isn't particularly united though. So I'm kind of interested about that. What will the future entail for that stuff? Yeah, where's the capital actually? It's in here, apparently. Let's get some more, there we go. Let's get some more of that going, eh? Also, China rather, is fighting this one again. Yeah, I'm guessing, oh, wait, what? Was that always the case? Old Guard. For China. Oh yeah, this is using it to fight off this guy right here. This doesn't mean they're gonna go on the offensive anytime soon. There we go. And the divine mandate is pretty much completely and utterly destroyed. Huh. Come on, my dude. And there we go. And now just honestly push in, my dudes. This is the end. Alright. Oh, more loot. Yes, please. Oh, there you go. They're dead. And we've reunited it all. form the Far Eastern. Ooh. Good. We have formed it. Oh, look at that. We actually get manpower. Somehow. Somehow we just got a fuckload of manpower. Oh, there's also regional decisions now. Alright. The Heretics Trial. In their attempt to unify the Far East, the White Army had expected and trained to fight both communists and fascists. They had not expected to or trained to fight religious extremists from the north. But to fight them they had. Defeated them they had, even though defection in their own ranks, pheasant rebellions behind the lines, and truly difficult territory, they had defeated the fanatics in the field. Further, upon capturing Omalon, they had also captured the leader, the enigmatic priest Alexander Men. At the decision of the central government, Men had been placed on trial. The entire process had been proven far more difficult than anticipated, because Men would not speak, not a single word. Through pre-trial motions of opening statements, evidence presentations, and cross-examination and the like, he had remained entirely silent. This was causing a problem for the state as a whole. The sentiments that Men had spoken to in so much of the rural population still existed, and without any response from him, the trial increasingly looked like little more than one for show, where he would be found guilty and as had been intended and given appropriate punishment. He would undoubtedly be considered by many as a martyr, and that would not be permitted if stability was to be preserved. Therefore, the decision had been made to and conveyed by proper means. Men was found to be guilty on some, but not all charges, and given a lengthy prison sentence. There would be unrest, but in time, and as the government solidified internal control, people would forget about the priest rotting silently and, if desired, in his cell. At this point, the sentence would be easily extended indefinitely or restored to that of as originally intended. There you go, you little doo-doo man. I'm not going to add anything to my national debt right now. Actually, do I have any liquid assets? Maybe I could do. Remove, yeah. Remove it all. Where's my economy? In here. I don't have any liquid reserves. Damn, the interest rate on debt is insane, though. Oh, there we go. There's some money. Warlords, development, secure, control. Yeah. Good. I've done just that. Slightly decrease coring time. And continue on the Tsar's new groove. Let's see what it's all about. With our triumph over fascists, communists, and the mad preacher in the north, we had been able to extend our authority over the entirety of the former Russian Far East. The extension of our practical authority will be the ongoing process. But for now, it's time for celebration. The White Officers, with Mikhail's tacit approval, have announced a week of joyous commemoration and the creation of an annual holiday to celebrate the first major step towards the unification of all Russia under the banner of our cause. Great military parades and the banners of Holy Russia have been prepared and meticulously planned, and victory ceremonies have begun. The Tsar himself seemed present, but notably distracted at a number of meetings about these ceremonies, though apparently only barely paying attention. Perhaps it is time that we sat down with him and discussed our future together. Alright. There we go. I'd like to take all of these decisions. But for now, it doesn't seem particularly doable. Oh yeah, we do have... There we go. We're gonna make an army. Almost all of our manpower is going right in there. But whatever. We need a proper army, right? How big is your army, actually? 6 to 12. Not gonna have a good time, buddy. Alright, the next step. Mikhail leaned against the ornate balcony, a pensive look on his face as he looked over the unfrozen town of Chita. In the room behind him, an extremely festive and extremely loud party celebrating his victory over the other overlords of the Russian Far East was well on their way. Hearing footsteps behind him, Mikhail turned to see Boris Chipanov, looked quite pleased with himself. Mikhail, what are you doing standing out there all alone? Come join us. The Tsar looked towards the balcony in response. What's wrong? Had disappeared. You've been so distant lately. Care to explain what's going on? Boris, now that we've won, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen? Now you're going to rule over the Far East. Why do you think we're celebrating? I mean, what do you think you and your man plan to do with me? Fixing him in a glare. Ah, I see. Even after all of your company, you still want to go back to Australia, don't you? Speak. After a long moment. No, I want to stay here. A wolfish smile returned to Sherpov. Good, very good. Your destiny is here with Russia, my liege. Never forget that. The Tsar thought on Sherpov. Perhaps in a way, he was right. His destiny was here, in Russia, but he was also wrong. Mikhail was a Tsar, and a Tsar is meant to lead, not follow. Oh, there we go. There we go. He's gonna take the rails in here. Oh, there it is. The start of something special. Yeah, let's go in here. It's basically the same old stuff. Yeah, we've already read this. I've already read this one. Good. I will continue building it up, but with the addition of some more troops. Hey? Good, and train him also up. There we go. Mikhail II spent his morning wandering the gardens of his estate, lost in thought. His mind carried a heavier burden than usual, as recent revelations caused the Tsar much grief. Was there a single man he could trust? Good morning, Your Majesty. The familiar voice broke his reverie, turning Ivan Mikhailov, his Minister of Finance. What a welcome surprise. Majesty, would you care to join me? I find a morning stroll is better with company. Although they did not fully understand why his minister was in his private residence uninvited, he nodded, and the two men began to walk. A like-minded outlook, minutes passed as though they were seconds while the two spoke, and the subjects quickly turned to political matters. I swear, some days I would rather cast myself into Lake Baikal than to continue to haggle with our generals. It could be worse, I suppose. Most of the days they don't even let me leave this house. There are many things in this land that simply do not make sense, Majesty. The military holds even more influence than you think. Mikhailov's pace slowed to a stop, and Mikhail watched as with concern as the minister cast his own nervous glance. I fear I've said too much, my Tsar. I should leave before I am missed. The plot thickens. Ooh. But I do like that he's thinking about becoming more than just a figurehead. So that's good. That is what I wanted from the start. That is what you will become, whether you like it or not. There we go, the revelation. And with all said and done, my dear father, this shall be my final correspondence. Despite all my best efforts to reach you, it seems futile to continue attempting to do so. Both you and my mother remain in my thoughts and prayers. Much love, now and forever. Tsar Mikhail said in his personal quarters, looking at the envelope that contained his final letter to the father. It had been artfully enclosed with a vanilla-colored envelope, the results of the masterful practice and care by the Tsar. He sighed the deep, long sigh of a man preoccupied with the momentous decision. Gently taking it from his desk, Mr. Orlov, Mikhail quietly opened as Orlov, sitting at his desk just outside, stood at Tsar's entrance. I have one more letter from my father. He hasn't responded to the others, but I had to send one more. Would you care to take it for me? As he did, meeting guilt overwhelmed his features. Tears welled in the young man's eyes. What is it, Fyodor? Oh, my sir, I've done you the greatest injustice. Orlov proceeded to tell the Tsar of the whole story. Sherpov had long been paying him to deliver Mikhail's letter to himself instead of to the post, and on more than one occasion he had even witnessed the general burning Mikhail's letter. Hearing this, Mikhail felt something he had not felt in a long time. Rage. I see, Fedor, thank you. Mikhail did not hand the letter to Orlov. Instead, he headed back to his quarter and wasn't heard for, and ooh, we're gonna fuck him up, my dude. We're gonna fuck him up. And rightly so. How dare you? An evening dinner. Tell me, Your Majesty. Ivan Mikhailov asked, dipping a spoon into his soup. What was Australia like? Australia like? You hardly ever spoken about it. Do you want to know the truth? The Tsar's tone was much more aggressive and authoritative than usual, and it took Mikhail by surprise. Australia was a paradise in comparison. I hate this place, Ivan. And you know what's the worst part about it? I can't leave. No matter how hard I try, there's no way out. Your Majesty, enough. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine because it isn't. I can't even write letters to my family. Did you know that? The other day I learned my secretary was delivering all my mail to Shipunov, rather. Don't you get it? I'm being held hostage in a country where everyone's spying on me. It's too cold and I can't even properly speak the language. I'm terribly sorry. That was rather undignified of me. No, Your Majesty, you speak the truth. It's a sad state of affairs that even Russia's holy sovereign is not more than a slave to the whims of his army. You are the Tsar, the Emperor of all of Russia's. The military likes to pretend that means nothing, but they have forgotten their place. You have a God-given destiny to lead, and they have a duty to follow in your wake. Perhaps it is not Russia you hate, my liege, but those who have selfishly taken advantage of our glorious legacy. Perhaps. There we go. There we go. I feel like the Minister of Economy is using me, but I am also using him. So it all works out in the end. We will restore our land to former glory. Oh, and West Russia is unified as well. But there's also a military district in the Ural. Interesting. Moderately increases the GDP. Do I have any liquid assets right now? I do. A few hundred million. Well, almost 200 million. Yeah, this is something that we want. We will pay off as much as we can. Good. Reduces the administrative strain. Weekly stability +2. The start of something special. Boris Shipunov had come to appreciate the quiet moment. Sitting alone in his office, a glass of vodka in hand, he reviewed the reports for his staff. As usual, they only had bad news. More reports about the insurgents, who grew bolder by the day, more rumors about possible dissents within the civil administration, and much else besides. It was all tiresome. The old general swiftly downed the glass as the vodka stung his throat. Shipunov wondered what the Ataman would have thought about everything. The old Cossacks always had a knack for keeping his cool, even when the situation was out of control. Now Semyonov was gone, and it had been up to him to clean up the mess. The general cursed himself for believing that life would be easier after his army accomplishments. He should have known better than now that victory usually raised more questions than they answered. Deep down, Shipunov truly missed the old days of Chita, riding out with Semyonov and his old Cossacks on daring escapades across the Siberian tundra. There, at least, he knew his enemies would face him head-on. Now, they hid in plain sight. Peace had made Shipunov complacent, when he really needed was to be more vigilant than ever. Something amiss, but what? Oh, you don't know the half of it, brother. Tsar Mikhail is preparing for a confrontation with the military leadership. He must do what he can to decrease the military's influence if he is to be free. No. No. Oh, this will increase. Oh, I see. Disable. We will increase the loyalists. Employee for factory construction. There we go. A legacy to consider. Presenting His Majesty Mikhail II, Emperor of all Russia. Mikhail emerged from his entourage, coming within sight of the vast row of troops. Yesterday, upon seeing their Tsar, the men stood at attention, gave their due salute. Hail Tsar Mikhail. Despite their caught off guard by the overwhelming cry of his name, Mikhail tried his level best to maintain a dignified composure. The procedure went as planned. As the Emperor made his way down, the row exchanging handshakes and salutes, he couldn't help but notice that these young men looked at him with a great deal of admiration, as though he were a figure of divine status. One of the officers he had come couldn't have been older than 20. Hail, your Imperial Majesty, it is an honor to serve you. The young officer gave a gracious smile. Mikhail sheepishly went in for a handshake. No, the honor is all mine. I am truly grateful for your service. He gave a slight nervous smile. He glanced back at Boris Chepanov, who was standing behind him. The general's arm had his arms crossed and his impatience clearly indicated that he wanted to pick up the pace. As the inspection concluded and his royal entourage made his way back to their transportation, Mikhail had passed by the sight that had caught his eye. A large bronze statue depicting a heroic Cossack warrior on horseback was prominently displayed out front of the army base. Tsar imagined himself in his place. A man can dream. See, he's getting some ambition in there. Good. We're getting his ambitious juices flowing. And hopefully, we're gonna get Boris's life juices flowing as well. After all his bullshit. Right. Yeah, we'll continue down here, I think. We'll continue down that path. Opposition remnants. Good. While the Imperial Army did well to charm the forces, it's proven frustrating that the aftermath of our victory, that the most dedicated of our soldiers have not laid down their arms. Yeah, I know, but hey, we all knew where this was going, so get into it, my dudes. We've got the rest of Russia to conquer. Wait, Pavlovdar, what? Oh, they're uniting all of Kazakhstan as well. Or rather, the Central Asians. No one declared war on me, so that's fine. House construction. Really, really bad. Overextended administration, mostly. Alright, let's execute some boys. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna go for. Mikhail will rise. Buy Japanese pieces? We don't really need it anymore. Let's be real, we got more than enough equipment as is. So we should be fine. Let's continue down this path, please. The cultists. Alright. Yeah. I mean, we are gonna, yeah. We will fight them on the streets, draw the guerrillas out, and terrorize the terrorists. Basically, we're gonna, yeah, get our hands dirty. But that is pretty much all the time I have left for today. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Hopefully, I'll see you next time, and hopefully, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.